some ridiculous performances on that map. And we're going to see if he can deliver again today, because we're getting underway with Nuke, our second beer one of the day. Team Maikelele versus Team Kenny S, and we get to see Smiths with the dual Berettas toward ramp. I believe he's been shoulder spotted out, and that flashbang is going to absolutely destroy him. Smillion is here to help him out, and so is Neto Safix, and now this could be a perfect lineup for Smiths. How about that? 2 guns are better than 1, but just like that, they come back in a vengeance. Boris with 2, and Mouse with 1 as well, but in the end, Nato and Smillion figure it out. It will be Team Kenny S to take the pistol.
Tell you what I will say, something that's a bit of a surprise if you are indeed an avid watcher of Counter-Strike for many years. You may remember all this news and all this controversy. Where's Shox? Thought Smiths and Shox didn't play without each other, mate. That's what I remember back in the day. Shox,
off in America, mate,
making some
playing
interesting decisions. Yeah, well, indeed, mate, getting a bit ruined, to be fair.
I reckon that if he wasn't occupied, even though he's on Apex, I reckon he would have been included in this event, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
that is true.
They definitely would have gone for him, I would say.
Yeah.
But,
oh, man, I would have loved to interview that guy, let me tell you.
Shox is an absolute gem. Absolute gem, yeah. I saw some of his interviews and some of his chats on some of the non-official Fragadelphia streams, and the guy's just naturally hilarious. Legend.
That's what we love to see. Many stories about him, and of course a few stream clips like that one where he unboxes the knife.
Yeah, legendary one.
There you are.
With his terrible camera and microphone in that tiny room. I remember it. Yeah.
Classic. Kinguin Legends 2. You know, we're gonna have shots
next year. Production, you heard us. Make it happen.
Okay. So on a reel, this round started off a bit chaotic. It's a slim advantage for Maikelele. Nurse pushing in. Big frags required. Nice. He's going to get it on that MP9. Lovely stuff. Certainly putting his name on the map, and Nato going to get that trade out there. So Kenny S and the boys surviving what could have been a really dangerous round. Yeah,
the full spy almost working out there for Team Maikelele. And great damage done. I won't be unhappy with that, really. If you're going to lose a round, then killing 4 is about the best you can do. Well, it was a pretty nice try there in the end as well, to be fair, to go for the Deagle swing on just 10 HP. And because of the damage they've done, Scrib, look what they're doing. They're force buying. We love that. No hesitation. They can get themselves a Galil and an AK with a couple of Deagles and Maikelele's Scout. Why not when you've done so much damage already? Good call.
Yeah, I love the idea. You're staying hot on the heels. And the thing is, as well, it's sort of one of them where maybe if you're trying to play the percentage game and everything and try and take that high risk, high reward, if you can make this round damaging as well and you don't win it, you maybe eco the next one, try and do a bit of damage there, like a half buy, maybe some Deagles. If you're making sure that you're consistently taking away a rifle or two because of that initial damage that they did, then it will keep that CT economy very low indeed. Rarlan goes wandering. Finds Kenny S lurking outside. So 4v4 looks pretty good here for the T side, especially if Rarlan can keep on hitting headshots like that.
That was a glorious shot on towards Smoothie. Smoothie there getting absolutely destroyed. And I think Kenny S was basically just completely unaware that Rarlan could have worked his way all the way through to Garage. Hadn't got his eyes trained on that whatsoever. 3 versus 3, still though. But Ninnis is very low. So I need to be worried about that. The high ground being played by Nato, but Miles with Igil gets the spray. And now 2 versus 3 retake with an MP9 and an M4, which is very low, could be difficult. But one pick back in response keeps it interesting. Miles, of course, is low as well, and Maikelele only has that Scout. When can Smith get into the action? He's got the AK picked up right now. Mouse holding underneath, heavy position, should get an easy frag to Ninnis, and there we go. Now it's all Smiths 1 versus 2. We've seen this multiple times in the past. Jump spotted though by Mouse, and that is the perfect way to play it. Jump spot, spot him through the middle of the 2 silos, and hit the insta headshot with Ligadel. Clean as anything, and the force buy becomes a success.
And there you go. You see where that CT money is. It's in the toilet, and it will be for a little while.
You never want to be in the toilet.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Especially not this one. So, you know, I mean, the thing is as well, you've got this, then you've got an eco, then you've got a buy, and that buy might be a bit weird, a bit shaky, a few things missing. So, yeah, Maikelele with a really good chance on this T side to pick up some rounds, probably pick up the lead, maybe even start streaking away with it. So it all comes off of the little things. Nice find from Boros.
I believe in Boros. I'm a Boros believer, and I think Maikelele is now too, after what he said in our interview beforehand. Yeah,
it is the correct decision.
It's always nice to see Kenny playing CS again, man, because every time I've seen his stream open and he's playing Valorant, it's just like, ugh. You know,
he plays a bit. I think he definitely does mix it up between. You must have just caught him at a bad time.
I know,
you can't knock it. That Valorant game, it does get the views, mate. It does get the views. Oh, Kenny.
Here we go, Kenny.
Oh,
here we go, Kenny.
Ah, taken down in the back by Devil Walk. We were in for a triple. He was definitely going to get that, wasn't he? The Mac 10 running rampant. Boros going to get another, and now it is just Ninnis. Kenny tried his best, but he just didn't have the support he needed, man.
Yeah, that's really all he could have done. He maxed out his position there with 2 kills. We hear the ticks in the chat. Probably some nice shots being exchanged there. Some friendly banter, most likely. Devil Walk will find Ninnis, and the XM shotgun can't do anything. He'll actually swap it out to the shotgun. Respect Devil Walk. It is technically a more expensive gun, so you may as well take it. That's the rule, isn't it? You don't leave a more expensive gun on the floor, usually. Here are the 2 Kenny-ish 1 leagues. Tasty. Sexy. Unfortunately, Devil Walk had the flank.
That is the type of D-Gage we enjoy. Indeed. But, unfortunately, they'll be back onto, as I said, this kind of... Ooh, half by here. Smooya's gone a bit deep, sir. As he may well have
overspent. You're playing Kevlar for Smooya? Play with the rest of your team.
A bit of an autopilot, isn't it? A bit of an autopilot, I think, unfortunately. Shouldn't be too bad, right? Because the loss bonus will be stacked up, but he's probably going to be on, like, a FAMAS or... Well, probably still get an M4. Just a lack of utility. And we'd be shaking our fingers in his face if it were, you know, that high-level game that he's usually in. But actually, he's got a shotty. Oh, Smooya. He knows more than we do, and there you go. Now it's all good. He's got even money with everyone else because that $900 kill bonus. It was all part of the plan.
It was. XM, that tasty kill bonus gives you so much extra cash. It's going to still be a Team Maikelele around. That money really does help. Playing around with the ladder in vent to perfection. It wouldn't surprise me if we'll look to try and save that anyway. Won't be able to though, because Mouse is already up into the rafters, as we saw with that A-site take. So very nicely done. Yeah, I agree with you about Kenny, right? Like, the problem is there's nowhere for him to go anymore. Like, he's had his era. He's still a very, very good Counter-Strike player. As he looks to try and save this AK, he's somehow evaded Maikelele, which is hilarious. And he will take down Devil Walk. You're wondering where on earth that's come from. How did you not see it, Maikelele? I think Kenny can get away with this AK, so that's a very good job. But yeah, the thing is that there's nowhere really for him to go. Like, Maka is very, very good on Falcons, and I believe he's doing quite a lot of the IGLing as well on that roster as an AWPer. And of course you've got Vitality, who have Zyru and have for ages. And you've got Heat, who have Afro. So realistically, Heat might be the only one. I know Kenny S and Jax are very close friends, so you never know. Maybe one day, if Afro doesn't live up to the billing, they can try out Kenny again. But yeah, it's not really many places for him to go, unfortunately. That's a French-based roster anymore.
Lovely little nade move. Boros going to find the kill on towards Smooya. I know that will tilt the hell out of him. So, Maikelele, loving it. Up on the creep. Will get taken down. Devil Walk holding the flank. Oh, it's almost beautiful, isn't it, to be fair? NATO's going to break the silence for that CT side, but the lower bomb side. Easy peasy.
Very nice. Good take. And in a 4v3, with NATO Safik so low, probably not going to be working out for them. They try and fake the double doors as well. Devil Walk using all his yonks of experience there to try and bait a little bit of a push. NATO's going to go and look for that and deploy some utility to try and face it. But realistically, with the health, they're going to be looking to go and save. It's a free AK upgrade for NATO, but yeah, realistically, even in a show match, there's not much you can do about going for this one. I say show match. There's a lot of money on the line, so you definitely will play.
Yeah,
to
be fair, it's a fair purse, isn't it? It's a fair purse of $50,000. And then, of course, I went to go look at it for Euros.
Yeah.
And totally, it's the same now, isn't it, really?
It is. You're
I think it's
absolutely
about
right.
10 euros more. What a crazy world we're living in.
Crazy indeed.
So there you go. You win it out in euros, I would imagine, is, you know, maybe the way that some of these players get paid. And then you can go take a trip to America and you got the same amount of money. How amazing.
Just abolish it at this point. Why not? They're the same. Why have so much money? Just change it all.
Why not?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Get everyone on the same CSGO-based economy, mate. Lost
Where you
bonus.
can only have a maximum of $16,000 at any point.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yo. Might be onto something. Either way, Maikelele's opened the round here, or it is more specifically Boros. I don't think he's going to be ready for this angle here. Smooya, bit cheeky. Could get a knife. Go on.
Oh, hello.
Go on.
Let him go.
Kind of letting him cross. Smith has actually dropped the bomb, so that's a relatively big play now. Smooya as well. I'm not sure they're 100% going to know where he's at. Very confusing indeed.
Yeah,
Great bit of
perfect.
movement as he will find himself all three, and that's a
The Rat
fantastic
King.
round from the big man himself. Indeed. It was a bit of a ratty position, but he gets all the kills, so it's all good.
Yeah, it was perfectly played, realistically. I actually didn't realise that you could hide in that cubby with the silenced M4 and not have the barrel show.
Yeah, I
You
reckon
see-
you probably got to turn in a little bit, eh? He wasn't,
Turn it
like,
a little
holding-
bit. Yeah,
super
I'd agree
straight.
with that. I think, I mean, I've seen that on a couple of positions, right? You know that cubby on long as a CT? You can hide in and often play trigger discipline. I think you do have to take the silencer off to play that position. Or obviously just use the M4A4. One of the two.
One for one at ramp. Smooya. Feeling pretty warm. In a fair few of those fights. NATO holding out in garage. There's a sweaty angle out here. But, you know, they're effective for a reason. Outside execute coming in from Team Maikelele. Here we go. Getting interesting with it. Might
Here we
not be a
go.
full-on follow-up. They've already got a player at T-Red, so a very quick drop down towards Secret that I don't know they'll be expecting. So keep up with this. A minute left as well. What is the move here, guys?
Actually, playing a bit of a slower round this time and trying to keep Team Kenny S guessing. Miles working his way in. Information spotted. Unfortunately, his teammate Rallam will go down. But the information is gathered and they can just drop straight down the vents off the back of that. Maikelele tries to shoot once to mask the metal shot sound there. The clonk, as I like to call it. Good word. But Kenny's won his duel toward Devil Walk on ramp, and with Smith taking Maikelele, it leaves it all down to Miles, and he's kind of stuck in no man's land in the middle of ramp. So if he can suddenly get some timing on Kenny, then maybe he's got a shot. There we go. Perfect timing. Kenny goes down. NATO does have a kit, so he can be the one to hold the bomb while Smith holds his back. And it's not necessarily plotted for him either. Great grenade takes him down to 20. They know exactly where he is. And NATO will finish it off very nicely. So Kenny S will get themselves an equalising round at 4 each.
Getting a bit interesting as this freeze time comes to a close. Very important round. We actually see the T side go in for a bye, Trav. We maybe would have said a half bye would be wiser, but stranger things have happened in this tournament. We'll see what they can pull off. Feel like that fire should be burning, but at the same time, maybe that fire shouldn't be sticking through the wall. Nonetheless, Mouse is all good.
Molotovs in Counter-Strike. What can you do? That's the way it is. Smooya. Big wide swing. Boros is down. One of the raid bosses, you could almost say, for the Team Maikelele side. Ridiculously consistent. Now Maikelele will certainly know who this guy is. And now Nitis Affix is playing the jump spot angle and spots some information. Perfect way to play it. As a team player. Get the information. See one player. Fall back and drop the incendiary. And already that's given the CT side a chance to get another pick. With Ninnis taking down Devil Walk very nicely. And with Smith on this angle towards CT vent with 50 seconds to go. There's not really much way in a 3v5 at all.
Oh, Smiths, if he kept holding mouse one, could have had a double from there. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big kill. Oh, player out from heaven. Kenny is missed, but Smooya does not. The bomb going to get dropped in a very awkward spot, and I think they know where this final player is at. Not a lot of time. Smooya will find it, and Kenny just, yeah, giving him the run around there. So, a bit of a close one in the end. Did feel a bit dicey there, didn't it? But ultimately, those early frags really, really helping them net that round.
Indeed. It's because Kenny doesn't have the magic stick anymore, man. He gave it as a gift to
He's got
Sixer.
the same skin, doesn't he? It is the Asimov, which was his
he has
one.
an Asimov, but like his famed like magic stick Dragon Lore is the one that he gave as a gift to Sixer, one of his very close Counter-Strike friends when they were on Envious. So it was bad. Gone from his inventory. But he's still in good hands at least. This is an interesting force buy.
Kenny's got to watch his backside here. Bomb going down on the other side of the silo. Nathan should give him a bigger chance to clean up house, and he does. Where's Maikelele? He's pretty far away at this point. I'm going to get mollied out as well quite solidly. Just on the Glock, but a couple kills and a bomb plant. That is all good in the hood by my book. 6-4 on the board for the CTN.
Yeah, not bad for just pistols. I said it was a force buy. I didn't mean to say half buy, because I just had a couple of pistols around that. Around 2k per player. Now they have everything they could ever wish to have. Maikelele sticking with the rifle. You did mention to me earlier that he's looking to try and IGL a bit more rather than AWP, but he was hitting some AWP shots earlier. That's what he said to us. He was like, hey, it's actually working out. But already, even 4 rounds on T side isn't too bad for them. If they can grab a couple more, then you never know. Might be in a pretty good state. Look at this angle being held by Smooya. Maikelele just swings him out of the round immediately. And the one of 2 AWPs in this round is gone already. And Ninnis will get taken down by Devil Walk's push through the molly as well. That's some excellent timing play there. And it catches off 2 counter-terrorists.
Really solid control now then for the T side. They can ultimately go anywhere. Devil Walk maybe giving the game away that they're looking towards hell, but Mao's still going to get a catch onto Kenny. Naito and Smiths will find a kill apiece, but is it going to be enough? They now have the exact locations. The bomb site very open indeed. Bomb will be going down in a second. Boros lurking around on this top side, hoping to catch. I think unfortunately Smiths has gone down the vent, and it was all a fake on B anyway.
A ruse.
Bomb's going A. They have been well and truly fooled as the bomb goes down, and to be fair,
hoodwinked.
This is where we'd say time to save.
They're going to go for it for sure. We've got Kit on Natus Affix, they definitely get... Okay, Smiths, if he gets this immediate tap toward heaven, then he has a chance, but if they manage to get that kill that was instantly available to them there, I reckon it would have been a chance, but Smiths will be off to save probably, as you so rightly say. I remember Smiths playing this map so much, right, when he was still on the G2 roster, for example. And that line he used to hold from the forklift at the back of CT spawn, that was like created by him. I seem to remember that players copied it to be the best place to hold if there was some deep outside aggression or ramp pushes through toward hell. I think Smith's got a lot of unfair stick, to be fair, back in the day when he wasn't performing as well. I think the community was a bit cruel to him.
Where we off, boys? Where we off? What's the move? Already a pretty substantial T-side, I'd say, from here. In all fairness, spam the flashes, boys, but no real follow-up off the back of it. Here we go. Pretty perfect timing there from Mouse to get that flash down. Looking out, big frag, and he gets it. Takes a lot of damage in return, but all the same, they will get that opener once again.
Yeah, Smith gets the dink. He'll be upset that he couldn't get that one extra bullet needed to finish that kill. And look at the timing on that. That's actually a ridiculous shot from Kenny to take one. I think he flicked to his right there instantaneously to at least go for 1 for 1 in the A bomb site. But in the end, the timings are really working out for Team Maikelele here. The captain himself lurks around toward outside to take one more. And it's 1 each so far for everyone on Team Maikelele in this round, apart from Boris. Spoon needs to clutch 1v2, and he's picked, or 1v3, sorry, and he's picked the wrong bomb site. So he's going to be off searching for some exit frags elsewhere. Has that souvenir M4 Knight picked up with the Kenya souvenir, one of the classics.
It's clean, isn't it? It's a clean skin. I think we're in a world now where, you know, there are some nice skins, don't get me wrong, and I think that they've done a really good job on the recent cases with, like, the blues feel pretty good, you know? It's not just like, oh, you got to get a red or a pink to get a good skin. But we are also missing these sort of classic, clean sort of skins.
They're classic for a reason, aren't they? That's why all the old skins seems to be, like, going up in price so ridiculously.
Well, indeed. We've got a few. The gold arabesque, that's kind of cool.
True,
I reckon I'll be like, I am well off once I can afford to spend, what, they're about $1,000? You know, I feel like
the
I'm
Wild
now
Lotus AK
financially comfortable.
Yeah. You got your Nomad Fade yet?
I've not. Yeah, we did have this conversation last time we were casting. I've not gone for it. I can't quite bring myself to it. Also, my knife's already gone up a little bit, right? So I have a blue steel minimal wear karambit at the moment. I feel like I'm going to sit on it for a bit, maybe into the new year. And then I can be like,
gotcha.
It's gone up by like 80 to 100 pounds. That feels cool to me. Hopefully, the run up to Christmas is usually pretty busy with casting, so hopefully a few paychecks in there as well.
Of course. I've been tempted by a Karambit Black Laminate, but the one I was going to buy got sold, so I'm not unlucky. It was a really good price as well, and I missed out. Could have saved 100 quid. My own fault. A little bit of a boost out there, by the way, with Smooth.
Yeah, it was a nice move. It didn't really work. What's going on here? Devil Walk with the entry on the left eye peak. Oh my goodness. Bomb going down. NATO's found a kill on the top side, but Maikelele, they have upped the pace in this round. They are ripping heads. Just going to be down to big man NATO. And he's got quite a few to get through. Okay, let's hold the phone a little bit, guys. Alright, Boris will take him down, but I saw them splitting up. I felt like if he found that kill, then he's probably won the round, hasn't he? All the same. They're going to take the lead for the first time here.
Yep, the phone can be dropped now after that. But I did make sure to hold it for a split second. Don't you worry. It's right here. You told me to do it, I'll always listen to you.
I do like that one. Hold the phone's a funny one.
I don't know. It doesn't really make much sense, does it? It's like
not many of them.
Hold the front page makes sense. Yeah. I get that one.
Yeah. But no, there's a fair few English like idioms that. Well, I feel like a lot of idioms in most languages don't make sense. To be honest.
Headshot there through the box toward Ninnis, and Ryan's going to go for a split toward main by the looks of it. Maikelele has already taken out NATO Sapphics, and right now, Team Maikelele are looking to be the favourite for a possible 4-0. Smooth just run straight past the player walking toward heaven, but he looks back! Oh my goodness, what a recovery! That could have been round over if Roland gets that kill, but not to be anymore. And Smooth's looking for more, but Boris finally takes him. Goes back to check ramp, and it's completely occupied. Now it's down to Ninnis on the site. It's one, looking for a second, not to be. Boris gets the trade. 3v2 again.
Bomb going down. Nice find from Smith. Gets them back into the round. Trying to get that catch on the planter, and they will. Oh, I nearly said it. But I didn't say it. Boros now up against two legends of the game who have so much experience in situations like this. It'll all come flashing back. Oh, tap onto the bomb. Boris gets him off it, though. Kenny S going to lose his head, and I think that's got to be it. This is a tough one. Oh, Smiths!
He's got it!
In the nick of time. Going to find the frag, and he's got time to defuse. That is massive. The 2v3 comes out from the old boys.
Ah, the good old days. Kenny S and Smiths winning a clutch together. How beautiful was that? That was 2v3, if I'm not mistaken. And they recovered that one beautifully. We saw a Neo and Forest 2v5 in one of our BO1s yesterday, which got a lot of people talking, of course. The two absolute goats that we're going to see play later on again. And yeah, that was a great recovery from Smiths in that one. To manage to get that kill toward Boris was a really unlikely one in the end, and he made it work for him. Fast A play coming in. Never Walk's going to get himself stuck in toward Hut, but it doesn't matter. He still gets an entry, and the frags are wild. They're quick. They're scary. And it's scary for Team Kenny S more than anything else. It's the last round of the half coming in. Ninnis needs a quick flank here with the XM shotgun to give himself any chance at all, and that maybe will put an end to it. Smoothie will go down. It's all down to Ninnis now, looking for a second player. There's an insta headshot. He gets caught in the side, and that is a beautiful T-side half from Team Maikelele. And they ended off with a team ace. 1 kill for everyone.
Perfect way to finish it. But yes, I mean, 8 rounds on that T side, I'd say it's pretty substantial. See what happens with the money and all that good stuff that we love talking about. But yeah, this could be very worrying now, actually. So, curious. Very curious indeed. Team Kenny S, what have they got planned for this T side?
They need a good T side, because I'm pretty sure if they lose this game, they are pretty much eliminated at 1-3. It would take a lot for them to recover that from there. Jumping in toward A. We mentioned that sometimes when you go for a fast rush with Glocks, that you will jump around, maybe with your head backwards to make yourself hard to hit, but no one was hard to hit, seemingly, for Team Maikelele in that round. 4 for Team Maikelele, and the Maikelele himself. Lele, Captain gets 4 kills. Boros finishes it off. Goodness gracious me, what a hold.
What a hero. What a hero. Looking very good indeed, as, yep, I would say that's a perfect start. The confidence got to be rolling at an all-time high. CT side flying. Scary. Very scary indeed. NATO in with some movement. A nice angle. Let's try and find some heads with these Deagles. Smooya on the scoot. Oh, there's the head. Maikelele going to go down. We've got 3 players over at Credit Card. Certainly an interesting kind of move. And I mean, as soon as they're spotted out, it's going to say, look, the rest of the map is super vulnerable. Oh, Smiths can't find that. The MP9 too strong. But Boros goes down. That's a pretty big kill, because I believe that's dropping an A1S. That's going to be recovered, yeah, by NATO now. So 3 versus 3. Low HP on Rarlan. Kenny downstairs. This round is very doable.
Yeah, Kenny is downstairs. Problem is, though, glass isn't broken and door is not open. So he has to make noise to make some progress down there. So he might look to try and maybe just hold the vents for a rotation while his other teammates go down towards Secret. That is going to be the plan, by the looks of it. NATO Suffix now holding the angle with the M4. Barrel spotted. Should be an easy frag. Takes Roland out of the round. Does. The second player chooses... Bye-bye, Mouse. Kenny S says hello and goodbye very quickly indeed. He's been fiery on the Deagle so far. And in the end, he finishes it off as well. 2 kills for him and 3 for Neto Suffix. What a force by victory that is.
Okay, so now when things were looking kind of solid, kind of sorted for Maikelele, at least in the opening stages of this second half. Now it's gone in the bin, hasn't it? And that 6th opponent that we often talk about, the money, is immediately away from the CT side, so you do worry for them. Big nade spam. They stolen that one from somewhere. I think I saw Boros find a kill with that in the first half. Kenny going to find the toes of Mouse, and we'll open up early.
Oh, whatever walk. Almost. We saw him die to his own grenade earlier on the first map of today in Dust 2. Didn't in the end prove to be a problem. But almost died to full damage there. That smoke is a definite misplaced one from NATO Suffix. He was miles off with that, to be honest. But it doesn't matter. They're going to win the round anyway. It's just Maikelele and Rarlan with the 4-sport pistols to try and flank their way into the site, and that's not going to happen. They're going to be looking for some exits, I would imagine. Even game.
Oh, Roland. Bit of effort on that.
Oh,
whoa, watch out, guys. Don't shoot each other. Maikelele somehow on 3 HP goes as wide as you possibly can and will survive a little while longer than he should have done. Should be a 10th coming on the board for Kenny S's squad here, as well as Maikelele's boys are just going to eco it out. So yeah, this gets a bit scary now, actually, for the CT end.
It does. This is a good recovery, good rebuttal from Team Kenny S. Looking good at the moment. And Ninnis has now got the Mac 10 to look to try and farm up some cash against the default USPs and Deagle, of course, as well. There's a bit of a ramp stack going on with 3 players at the moment.
Oh, yeah. He's isolated. They can definitely take him down here. Yeah, he's going to fall pretty quickly, actually. NATO's around to guard the AK. But NATO's also around to also fall. Maikelele going to get Kenny as his angle doesn't really get checked. Oh, NATO left low. They're in from too many angles, and it's a 2 versus 2 all of a sudden.
Wobbly
the
voices.
one saving grace here is the fact that the bomb in hand, and they can make their way to find this plant. I mean, the aim punch is one thing, but for me, the madness of this round, anything is possible.
Indeed, and actually, even though Maikelele's got no armor, he's got a chance in this one. 1 versus 2. Mac 10 and Minnie still to face, makes a couple of steps toward heaven, spots the legs of one, and that should alert Team Kenny S to his whereabouts. Can the captain clutch again? 2 kills already. A tap on the bomb could suffice. The thing is, though, is that Team Kenny S will know almost for certain that as this is an eco, they will not have a defuse kit, so he's just looking straight for the kills. He's caught toward outside and caught between both of the 2 remaining players. A rock and a hard place, and the rock place takes him down.
Yeah, it's certainly not a bad idea. Like you say, it's very easy to play around that 2v1. No armor, no kit. Time already a fair way down, so don't need to take too many risks if he taps for the bomb. So Maikelele makes a choice to find the kills. Do some more damage, get some kill bonus in there for this next round, but not to be. And it could have been everything. It could have been the difference between a kit and a not, because at the moment it's a not a kit round.
Yeah.
So that could indeed make a difference. Boros going to go nice and aggressive through his own smoke at ramp. We got an outside execute coming in. Boros with the catch onto NATO. Big kill super early into the round as well.
Yeah, really nice clean entry again from Boros. Saw that so many times on Dust 2 in the first game of the day. And Rylon plays around that smoke outside to perfection to find one more. Smiths advances up the stairs though and puts off Rylon's crosshair placement to easily get a quick trade, but still a 3v4. Oh, really
big kill.
important find.
Big kill. Yeah, that's going to start to do it. 4v2. Caught in transition though. Frag doesn't come in. Got to watch out here as Devil Walk will fall on the rafters. The info in for him, but no real damage. Could get a bit weird. Boros could have stopped the plant. They're open. He notes it at the worst possible time. Nade goes in. Only 1 damage onto Smiths, and that no kit now becomes a real factor. All from the ramp angle. Got to get these kills quick. They really do. Headshot angle for Smiths. Can't make it work, but it's a bit more time bought. 20 seconds now. And this against 3 will lose his head nice and sharp. Bit of a weird start to the retake, but they will indeed get it done in the end.
Boros clean as anything once again with 3 kills. First kill was glorious. And the final kill gave him this no chance whatsoever. So even again at 10 each, this is the sort of game that kind of does reek a little bit of overtime. We haven't seen many of those so far in this event. But right now there's nothing to choose really between the 2 teams. Boros is on 20. Neto Safix is on 20. It's very even across the board when it comes to the kills. You'd expect that at 10 each, but you know, often in these sort of games you can get one player going above and beyond. But right now, it is a team effort from both sides. He's looking for his duel toward outside, but misses that shot as the player just retreats back round. He chucks the AWP away as if to say, Smooya, you're more up to date with the current meta. Can you just do this one instead for me, please? Thank you.
Innis on the entry down towards ramp here. There is a player ready to go. Got support as well. It's going to be a ramp hit from the squad, from the entire lot of them. Oh, God. It's going to be a bloodbath over here. Nice little flash comes in. 2-man play, though, like I said, and they will stick around, working off each other beautifully. 1 for 1 so far. Maikelele in towards hell. Can't win his fight. Big deal. They're going to smoke their own molly and go through it quickly up towards A. Rylon, he hears all this, gets that info, gets a nice spot here as well, pretty quick towards heaven. I don't know that they will necessarily expect this. No utility remaining for either side, really. Rylon with 1, Boros, that buys him the space, and now they have 2 at heaven. Insanely fast.
So good.
Down goes another, and it's just NATO against 3. Boros spots him out and takes his head clean off. Looking good today, isn't he, the young gun?
Again?
3k for him. Another round for Maikelele.
6 kills in 2 rounds for Boros. Clean as you like. Every time I watch Boros, it's the first word that comes to my head is clean. I know I've said it so much, but it's just so obvious. Like, every single spray is perfect. His crosshair placement there towards CT vent was perfect. And a quick technical pause. It won't be too long, I'm sure. I'm actually going to have a quick look while the technical pauses come on at Boros' stats, of course, because we did mention earlier that he was on endpoint for a good while. You can obviously see his picture on HLTV is him in the endpoint roster. He's only 18. He's on the Monty team, of course, that has made the RMR. We mentioned earlier that the 2 players on Edward's team, DemQ and Aurora2K, made the RMR as well. So right now, it's looking particularly ridiculous, isn't it? These young players that could do some damage on LAN at one of the biggest events of the year.
Some huge gamer moves coming in this game for sure. And we got some gamers in here of the past, of the present, and maybe of the future.
Yeah.
Maybe some returns. But we'll see. Don't want to speak too soon. It's a quick outside execute. It's a quick down secret, and it's a quick battle down here by the looks of things. Maikelele, big nade. It's not a bad move, to be fair. You can kind of hear him and see him a little bit. Bit of a bug if a nade hits through the smoke.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So he was just checking. There's no one being cheeky. He's still ready for a fight. Flash comes in, hidden away from it, trying to find the timing here. Awkward on the A1S, can't get it done. Loses his head pretty quickly. He's got that info at the very least, but all the same, things looking very good. Kenny with a catch, and now it is a 5-on-3.
Yeah, just like that. Tech9 pick comes in from Kenny, and already it's a 5v3. Rel needs to try and recover it. Gets one. When Boros is alive, there's always a chance. He's lurking in toward lobby. What can he find? 23 and 15 so far. Has he got the timing on to check hard or insta-dink though? Dennis takes him down. That's a really good frag. That's going to secure the round now. Double Walk is left last alive. He needs to try and go for exits. In the end, Smooya's just going to run him down. The F1 race car peak from Smooya secures another even round, of course. It was 9-all, it was 10-all. Now it's 11-all.
Game on our hands on Nuke here. Certainly a closer affair than our first map of the day, which is always a good thing.
Yep. Also,
fast outside execute once again.
Just to quickly point out, this is, I believe, Team Maikelele's closest game in the entire event so far.
Well, there you go. We wanted someone to give them a test, and here they are. It's Kenny S.
Ouch.
Smiths with 2 Z's. Smooth, you're going to find Boros.
Zed. Come on.
Well, yes, I do apologise. Falling short to the Americanization. Maikelele, the only one to have picked up a kill for his squad. Devil Walk, the only one left. Money in the bin, this game. Suddenly getting very scary for the CT side and the undefeated Team Maikelele.
Devil Walk gets spooked by the shots coming in there through trophy room. And there's, we're going to see Neo later, of course, but there is a classic clip that I can remember of, I think, Neo playing on Nuke. I think it was Kiyoshima on the receiving end of it, and he was just like on ramp and just hit one like fadeaway shot with a scout from long range while he was rotating off from ramp and just headshots Kyo straight through the wall. And Kyo's reaction was very amusing. Might see some of those maybe come out later. The 1.6 wallbangs, of course.
Smith's with a movement. Smooth with it. Yeah, I don't know. This is a difficult little spot to be in now, to be honest. A lot of pressure on these next couple of rounds. I think Kenny S play their cards right as a team. Probably walk away with this victory now, because the money is just not there, man. Do what you like, you can force buy as much as you want, brute force it with the individuals, you know. But we all succumb to the cash at some point.
Yep. Nice flick up to get 2 tasty eco frags for Smith. So far today. I mean, that's a really important clutch, of course, against Boros on the first half as well. Might prove to be a difference maker here. Something else has really showed up. Maikelele tries to get one more dink, but not to be. And for at least for the first time in a long time, there was finally a 2-round gap between these two teams. And it's Team Kenny S to break that gap. I said it was 9-all, 10-all, 11-all. I believe it was 8-all as well. And 7-all. So it's been a bit of a pattern for a while.
Okay, here we go. Quick round. Kenny S. They've picked up the pace in these past few, and it's really worked for them. Smith's going to find Miles through the smoke. Nice pick up from Boros. Now he's back on the A1S, but he's overwhelmed by Smooya. His arch nemesis, of course, the two sort of current and hot players. 43. Bit awkward as Kenny's caught reloading, but the trade is instantaneous. This is the round, and this is the retake that Team Maikelele really do need. They've got no kit, a smoke and a flash. And Team Kenny S, they seem to have cracked it.
No kit, only a smoke and a flash, as you say. It's not really enough to go for this. 20 seconds left on the bomb. That's one thing I really appreciate about the Kinguin Legends HUD, by the way. Seeing the timer on the bomb at the top of the screen. Much appreciated, that one. Gives a lot of help for CASA sometimes. Sometimes it's nice to have the suspense, so I understand both sides of it, but for this sort of event, it certainly provides a little bit of nice extra information. But there we are. Save comes in for Maikelele. It's the only thing you can choose to do, really, in that scenario. And could they be about to lose their first game in Kinguin Legends? They're 4-0 so far. Pretty sure that means they're automatically qualified for playoffs, but yes, they need this win. Could they be about to get it?
The Eagle of Rollin can't find the head. He's got to be careful. They could overwhelm around that corner. A lot of them out there, my dude. Getting some good info here. Yeah, but just not ready for how close they are. And again, pace, pace, pace. It is the name of the game for Team Kenny S right now. And it's super effective, actually. Just grouping up, finding heads, and they have been dominating in these past 5 or 6 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, that was, what, 1 minute 25, and they're already toward hell? And that's not even through ramp. That was through outside. Just shows how they're just holding W for victory right now, and I respect that, especially in an event such as this. Fast-paced, quality Counter-Strike from Team Kenny S. And they're 1 round away from recovering their record in this league stage, BO1 stage, to 2-2. And if they win their next 2 after this, you never know, they could still be in with the shot of playoffs. I believe Maikelele already confirmed there. Let's see, though. We're deciding all of that today. An important opening pick for Michael himself. Picking that first frag on Kenny S. Again, walking very quick toward outside. And now it looks like they might resort to a bit of a burst through toward ramp now. They have the bomb in tow as well. And in comes the flash.
Well, we'll see what they can find off the back of it. No kills, but control. This is the thing, though, isn't it, with this fast pace and getting everybody in. You do start to get a bit crunched if you're not careful. Makes you a bit predictable, maybe. It really does need to work for you. So let's see. They immediately call the brakes, leave a player there in the form of Smooya, and they're going to move back to A, down the vent, perhaps.
This is the play, for sure. If they go A, they're walking to 3 players, I think.
Smooya picks up Mouse, though. Now it gets a bit weird. Down the vent. Rollin hears them. He's going to try and chase them. Maikelele on the AWP. Here we go. Lovely stuff. He's been maybe lacking a bit of the confidence on the AWP on the early days, but today, looking good with it. Not seeing him on it too much, to be fair, on this CT side. Nonetheless, it's now just NATO and Smooya.
Clean flicks from Maikelele. That's 3 kills in total for him in this round. Looking for the ace. But with 16 seconds to go, I get the impression that that might be a little bit too difficult. Because look how far away Smooya is. He still gets himself 4. And Smooya's like, no, Michael, no, I'm running away. You're not getting the ace. I'm going to refuse to let you have this. And he's off to save the AK. Not that he needs to when he's got so much money in the bank. So that save from Smooya is pathetic, frankly. In my opinion.
What the hell? I mean, fair.
You're like, what
Can't
the
argue
hell? Oh
too
wait,
much,
never mind.
but-
I agree with you.
Yeah, well, it's just it's a bit of an out there way of putting it, you know. Not pulling any punches this afternoon, I see, Trap. And that's fair. We wouldn't want it any other way, you know. Got to keep it real 100. That's what I always say. Double molly in towards Mini for double the damage. NATO, though, going to go moving in. And, well, there it is. It's all the sound and the catch and the gotcha moment. And in comes the burst. All the kills. Kenny S. He knows what works. He knows what to call. And now we have Boros and Maikelele to save the game.
Beautiful stuff from Team Kenny S. Again, turning up the pace. And that strategy was, honestly, I'm going to ask, get the opportunity to ask Kenny about that. We have the interview for the next few seconds, because that was an interesting strategy. Double molly in toward main, and then NATO Safex just dropped